Get that gun out of your
damn
psycho.
Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my face.
My property.
For me personally, is I can't stand like authoritarian control. I mean, what happened to Sean was absolutely ridiculous beyond belief, and the fact that there are no good cops that will stand up to the bad cops in the state of Connecticut, except for that one officer who on that gentleman's channel up there. And he saw it too. He was at it a few days ago, and the good cop actually said, "Hey, spitting is bad." That's it. Where's everybody else? I mean, where are we in America in 2025 where there are no good cops who are saying, hey, that's wrong. That's not what we're about. None of them are doing it. So we have to, this is getting beyond control.
Sounds like common sense to me.
Yes, exactly. And then it's like this blue thin line, Nazi-like, authoritarian, egotistical trip that all cops are on seems just beyond, what the citizens want or, it's like... They weren't even elected into positions of complete authoritarian control, and it's like we're going more towards 1940 Nazi Germany than we are 2025 America.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
How's it going this morning?
How are we doing?
What's the word?
Well, the good word is, we got good weather anyway. We wish we didn't have to be here.
And why are you here?
There's a lot of people who fought and died to bring us the rights that are being bastardized and perverted by law enforcement these days. And
it's law enforcement, with all respect.
Oh, yeah.
It's also how the courts have perverted the law. For example, in Sean's case, you could look at the 3 charges.
No, that was somebody else.
Voyeurism, if you look at that, there are 6 ways. The first one is what can be strewn from a public place. Now, Sean went up the driveway. I don't know where the property line is.
That is interesting. I saw that, and I have a long driveway myself, and so it looked to me like...
As a journalist, doesn't imply you understand.
Of course, and that inability to determine is not construed against the journalist.
Okay, understood. But now I'll concede the point. But now I'm going to play devil's advocate. I am very much for Sean, for democracy. But as I tell people, you have to look at it through the other lens to deconstruct their argument. The truck that he had with saying his other part to cause annoyance and alarm constitutes in one person's mouth. Exactly.
You think it's a harassment of some sort?
Well, they could say it constitutes malice.
Well, you got 2 things going on here. You've got the letter of the law, and then you have the spirit of the law, and then you have the application and enforcement of the law.
I agree.
They can do whatever they want with the law as it's written.
Unfortunately, sir, in Connecticut, or as Sean says, corrupticate.
There's no monopoly on law enforcement. There's no monopoly on law enforcement. The law applies to everybody equally, supposedly, in theory.
You are correct, sir. However,
there are immunities that are available to them that are not available to us, and that is a big part of the systemic problem. This problem isn't going to be solved overnight. We have a lot of difficult conversations that need to be had. And
to me, the most frightening part is the arrogance of just being comfortable whipping out a gun. I don't care if it's on your property or not, but going back in your house to get the gun and then pursuing somebody on your property.
Okay, those are 3 separate arguments. One, he could retreat into his house. Fine.
Which he did.
It should have ended there.
Exactly.
Sean, and I forget Mr. Glover's first name, it's T. Glover, was where we were retreating.
The cameraman.
Right, that's Mr. Glover.
Yeah, well, people don't know, and they're seeing it from his perspective, so I'm just trying to fill in a blank there.
Okay, I apologize. I've done my reading, I've watched the video, I've looked at the case law.
Are you an attorney?
Absolutely not. I'm an engineer.
All right.
So with that, they're retreating. Mr. Fahey goes into his house, takes out his weapon. Now, the weapon was unholstered. That shows
brandishing. He's got an intent. Well, it's brandishing. If he was to raise it up, it would be brandishing, technically. He had it low ready in terms of what law enforcement or military would call it low ready. But the fact of the matter is that regardless of where the position of the gun was, for him to do that, after he'd already retreated into his home, number one, he can't claim that he was in fear for his safety or anybody else's safety. He came back out, And number two, this is just unlawful. I mean, if you or I were to do that, we'd be in jail right now.
No doubt, no doubt.
This is the straw that's breaking the camel's back as far as I'm concerned. I've been waiting for years and years and years, right from the beginning, to take some time off work. I drove 1,000 miles from northern Michigan to get here for this very reason. So, you know, I hate to see that our efforts towards democracy are being thwarted in a very corporate and very systemic fashion by, you know, law enforcement and their cronies. Quite frankly, they get their paychecks from the same places that the prosecutors do and the judges do. So how can they claim that there's no conflict of interest? Yeah, I don't think so.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Who are you with? Just to Serve TV.
All right, appreciate it.
You bet. So, what brings you out here?
The tyranny, man. We got to get rid of it.
Are you?
It's not right. Yes. Yep.
Nearby, or
We're from East Hartford.
Okay.
Yep.
So, give me some specifics. What did you see? I mean, you know, it takes a lot to. Well, you brought your. I do see you have.
He made my sign.
Yeah, we got the press passes, everything, man.
Press passes can be tricky to get. Take my word for it.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're just here to support Sean, and you know, we got to get Fahey fired.
Think that's going to happen, though?
With this corrupt kid, no.
Yeah.
How long you guys been here in Connecticut?
Our whole lives, yeah.
Have you seen it getting worse over time?
Seems to be.
Yeah, I mean, we've had multiple interactions that are not pleasant.
Care to describe?
Not get into detail, but sorry.
Are you in the witness protection program?
No. But yeah, you know, we just want to do our part, and we've been doing a lot of online support, but it's nothing like being out here, you know what I mean? So my husband's been really following a lot of First Amendment auditors.
Yep.
And
yep, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
It's good. You got to stand up for what you're constitutionally protected for.
All right, folks, this will be very interesting. I'm pretty sure first time an attorney has also been the pool camera. Just a guess. So I'm here at an amazing old courthouse in New London, getting ready for the SeanPaul Reyes hearing. It's an arraignment. Could be quick. Who knows what's going to happen? But we're going to capture that for you. Then we will send it out once it is recorded. It will not be streamed.
Mr. Glover, who is accused to my right, if I may pass up my appearance to the clerk.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. K-U-P-E-R-N-A.
Your Honor, this is down for an arraignment today. I believe that we do have an agreement as to a date. We're looking for August 5th.
That's correct.
Thank you, counsel. And with respect to this matter, Your Honor, a couple of matters I do want to put on the record. First of all, because there are some concerns of the appearance of a potential conflict of interest involving one of the complaining parties in this matter, I've been in contact with the Chief State's Attorney's Office. The Chief State's Attorney's Office is looking at preliminarily determined that there does appear to be the potential for an appearance of a conflict of interest, and is looking towards reassigning this case to a different office. As soon as I find out where that office is, I will notify counsel. I will notify the court relative to that.
All right. Thank you.
The second matter, Your Honor, the state's going to be preparing a disclosure of everything, and pursuant to the practice book, I'd ask that, I think it's 40-10, the obligations that apply to 40-10 be imposed. That is that all discovery is to go to counsel and to any of their representatives for the purpose of investigating the case, and it's not to be disclosed or disseminated to the public.
Yes, Your Honor, we do understand our obligation.
All right. Thank you.
And the last matter is, Your Honor, with respect to this, I know that on the bond form at the time of Mr. Glover's arrest, there was a condition concerning no contact. I just ask that to remain in effect, that Mr. Glover not initiate any contact towards the complaining party or any immediate family member, and to stay away from the complaining party's property.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right. That would be a condition of release.
And I think we said August 5th. We'll get in touch with you and let you know where everything's going on that.
All right, Mr. Glenn. We'll see you again August 5th.
Your Honor, recalling line 86 on the M docket is SeanPaul Reyes.
Good morning, Counselor.
Good morning, Judge.
Your Honor, first of all, I guess perhaps we should do the pro forma not guilties. and the jury election?
Yeah. Attorney Seegers, is that noise coming from your office?
It is done.
It was coming from mine, and I just muted it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Attorney Seeger, are you requesting that we enter pro forma not guilties in jury election on behalf of your client?
That's correct. I'm looking at their pro forma not guilty jury election pre-trial this morning, and we'd like to request a date. I'm looking at the calendar. I don't know if the court has this date available, but September 9th.
That's fine.
And if I may, because for Attorney Seeger's edification, I had a chance to speak with Attorney Kupperman. As I had indicated earlier and put on the record in the previous case, because of the complainant's prior professional relationship in this jurisdiction, there were some concerns that there might be an appearance of a conflict of interest. To avoid that, under our Connecticut standards, our chief's office has looked into that. They believe that there may be at least the appearance of a conflict of interest, and they are looking to transfer the case out to a different jurisdiction. We don't have that jurisdiction yet, but by September 9th we definitely will, and I will notify Attorney Seeger soon and Mr. Reyes as soon as a determination is made relative to that.
All right, understood. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And, Your Honor, I'm not there, I apologize. Did Attorney Kupperman already stand in and file in lieu of appearances for Mr. Glover at this point?
He did, yes. And Mr. Glover appeared, and the next court date was given to him as well.
I believe August 5th, Your Honor, but we can, if there's a change, we can work that out.
Yeah, my understanding is there's no problem with the 9th day, so if we can change that, would be great.
Thank you. We'll do that. In two other matters, Your Honor, if I may, as I indicated to Attorney Kupperman, we are preparing discovery. We're trying to get the discovery prepared, and that any discovery would be turned over to counsel within the parameters of our practice book sections concerning the dissemination of that information. I'd ask that to apply in this particular matter as well. And because there was a no contact order on the initial bond, the state would be looking to continue that, just no contact with the complainant or the complainant's family, directly or indirectly, and no staying away from the complainant's private property.
All right, Attorney Seeger, any issues with that?
No, I don't know that my client has any interest in going around the complainant in this matter at this juncture, given these nature of the charges.
All right, we will add that as a condition of release. And sir, we will see you again on September 9th.
Got it. Understood.
They told me not to take pictures here.
I think it's interesting that the state's attorney's office here, I spoke to the state's attorney, Paul Narducci, for New London Judicial District many times inside the courtroom, and he was very nice, very cordial with me. He told me thank you for being so civil, and he told me good luck. I said, why do I need luck? The law is the law. And then I came to find out that the chief state's attorney's office is trying to transfer this case to another district. Because apparently Sergeant Bryan Fahey was a New London police officer, Connecticut state trooper, as we all know now. So they're trying to get it transferred to a different judicial district. I don't know what district they're going to transfer it to, but I'm hoping that just justice prevails wherever it is. The Constitution doesn't stop at districts. This injustice is an injustice anywhere you're going to prosecute it. It's going to be a malicious prosecution. I'm calling on whatever state's attorney ends up having this case and prosecuting this case to decline to prosecute. I'm looking forward to my day in court. I'm looking forward to be vindicated. I'm looking forward for accountability for Sergeant Bryan Fahey.
You know, this incestuous nature of all the law enforcement agencies, that's what the need to move this is all about. You know, they're inbred. All the different.
Right.
So where do you go that there isn't those kind of connections?
Right. Yeah. There is nowhere you can go. He's a state police officer, right? So obviously he has connections everywhere, and he worked in New London for 20 years. For a little while, and the Groton police chief, I just found out, worked in Connecticut State Police for 20 years. So it's all intertwined. You're right. It's all intertwined, and I don't know where I can get a fair shake, but the good thing is I will have a jury of my peers here in Connecticut that will decide the outcome. I hope it doesn't get that far. I really hope it doesn't get that far. Just the elements, voyeurism, criminal trespassing, breach of the peace, they're not there. Anybody, you don't need a law degree to know that those charges aren't valid.
That's what's most amazing. You see the video. It's not a surprise.
Right.
How do they look at that and say, you're the criminal?
I have no idea. I don't understand it. Again, this is just more of the government protecting themselves, because if he would have just said, I want to dismiss the charges today, he opens them up, the Groton Police Department, the state police, to massive lawsuits for accountability, and they want to protect each other. So I don't know how they take a look at that video and see that I am the aggressor. I'm the one who committed a crime. The only person who committed a crime that day was Sergeant Bryan Fahey and the Groton Police Department, because they violated my constitutional rights. That is, violation of my rights under color of law is a federal crime.
Was there ever any discussion about dismissing the charges?
Never. I've never had any discussions with the state's attorney. Like I said, he told me, thank you for being so civil.
Be a model prisoner.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you for being so civil. It's nice to meet you. How was your drive? Very cordial, very nice guy. As he's maliciously prosecuting me. We'll see what happens.